Hey guys, it's Doris from LookMazing, and I have been trying out a lot of different BB cushions, and I had waited until I tried enough to do this video for you guys. So I am going to review all the BB cushions I've tried and let you know which one is my favorite. So before I start, just to give you guys a reference point, so for MAC foundation, I'm NC30, so a lot of these BB cushions, they don't have a huge range of shades and they tend to be more on the lighter side. So I had found, I think, the best that I could find for my skin tone, and if they were too light, I ended up using either a tinted powder on top of it to kind of make it a little bit more closer match to my skin tone. But otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and let you know what I have, and also if you guys do have any questions, you can leave me comments down below. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So the first cushion I have here is by IOPE, and I am in the shade N23. So all the cushions that I will be talking about come in a pretty similar format. So you have the compact itself, and then inside when you open it up, it comes with a puff that you then open it up to the cushion itself, and then you take the puff and you just press it in to get the product on there, and then just pat it into your face, kind of blending it in. So overall, this product, I think the shades are a little bit limited. I am in the darker shade, so the darkest one I found in here still is a little light on my skin tone, but the formula is actually really great because it's pretty much a light coverage. So if you're just looking for something to even out your skin tone, this is a great one, and one that I used a lot during the springtime. But overall, the finish is very dewy, so I would say not as dewy as a few of the other ones I will mention, but you do get a little bit of a nice glow, but it didn't leave my skin feeling too oily. So overall, I do really love the IOPE one. So the next one I have here is the Hera UV Mist Cushion, and I am in the shade C23, and it does have SPF 50, which I love, and also similar to the IOPE one, the shade selection is not as wide range as I had hoped. This one is a little bit lighter on me. And in terms of coverage, it's much more of a light, maybe medium coverage, and it does leave a nice dewy finish as well. So something that I had also been using in the springtime, and definitely do recommend. I just wish the shade color was a little bit closer to my match, but in terms of formula, also a really nice one that is not too, I would say it's okay for people with oily skin, but for me with normal skin, I found it just to be perfect. And if you do have dry skin, I do find it pretty moisturizing as well. So the next one I have here is the Laneige BB Cushion, and I am in the shade medium, and this cushion is a lot more accessible than the ones, I guess, the couple ones I will be mentioning and have mentioned, because you can actually pick this up in a Target, and I guess because they are in the States, they have increased their color selection. So this one actually matches my skin tone very well, and I have been using this a lot over the summertime, and I found it to be the perfect summer cushion because it does provide a nice medium coverage. So if you are sweating or out in kind of humid places, I find the cushion to be just this BB cushion to be so perfect in the sense that I didn't find myself having to reapply because the foundation or the cushion, the BB cream, was not melting off my face, but at the same time it provided enough coverage where I didn't feel like my skin was getting too clogged, because usually in warmer weather I don't like to feel like there's a lot of product on my face. So yeah, so highly recommend this one, especially if you are on the darker skin tone side. I think you can find a really good match in the summer. So during the winter, I wanted a cushion that was a lot more hydrating than the three I had mentioned so far. So I picked up the Innisfree Appellee Intense Cushion, which is really, really moisturizing to the point where if you just take the puff and you just lightly pat it into the cushion, a lot of the product just, comes out really, I would say, thick and moist, and you do get a really nice hydrating layer. I would say once you apply it, and the finish is very, very dewy. So this is definitely something not for people with oily skin, but if you do have dry skin, especially in the winter time, this is really amazing. And for the shade color, I am in the shade 23, and this does have SPF 34. Which is kind of weird. Usually it's like 35, but this one is 34, and so you do get a little bit of protection. So in terms of the color is on the lighter side, so something that actually is good for me in the winter since I'm not getting a lot of sun. But in terms of shade selection, if you do have a darker skin tone, it may be just a little bit tad harder to find the best match. So, and last but not least, I have here the Lund-Bb Perfecting Cushion, and this one here is much more of a medium coverage one, and I am in the shade 25, which I find to be a great shade for my skin tone, so I didn't find that it was too light like a couple of the other ones. And I would say this one is really great for winter time. I had been using this a lot through this winter because it is very, very hydrating, but also it has this extra property. It has ginseng inside. I know some people had complained about the smell, but I actually find it quite nice. So the ginseng properties actually help with anti-aging, so I liked how it had a little bit more of a treatment for my skin, and it's something that, yeah, it was really moisturizing for the winter, and a little bit more pricier than some of the other options, but definitely something to invest in. So if I had to choose my favorite, I would say out of all of them, I really like the Lund-Bb one. And in terms of, I can't pick a least favorite because they're all good for different things. So I would say the IOPE one and Hera one are a tie for being the best for the springtime, and just if they both had better color selection, they would rank a little bit higher for me. And I would say the Laneige one is perfect in the middle. It's one that has a little bit of moisturizing properties, but the color selection is good, and it provides great kind of light to medium coverage. And these two are the most moisturizing and I think perfect for winter. So yeah, so hopefully that gives you a range of kind of the different cushions, and these are ones that were recommended to me by different people. So I would love your recommendation if you guys have tried any cushions that you think are great and that I didn't mention here. Please let me know down in the comments below because I definitely want to check it out. So yeah, so if you guys do enjoy watching these videos, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.